Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the get up. I've missed my medication today, so I've ended up going in the shower a bit later than I intended, and everything else has gone completely haywire. So I'm just trying to catch up. So unfortunately you've got me post shower in my dressing gown. However, I'm still going to press on and actually do a video because I want to try and keep at least something consistent. So what did I want to talk about today? Well, a bit of a strange one. I always go on about Halloween and how I really like Halloween. The season of October as it is, well, the month of October, you know, building up to Halloween, all the horror-based stuff, and seeing all the gardens and stuff done up with pumpkins and skeletons and all that kind of thing. Plus, I've got my horror film marathons that I tend to do. So, you know, it gives me something to look forward to, and while I was working as well, I'd be dressing up the desks or whatever I was doing at work with Halloween stuff. And yeah, I haven't had much opportunity to do any of that because I'm still not working, unfortunately. But along with all the Halloween good stuff comes a dose of something bad. Now, I don't know how many of you guys struggle with this kind of thing. It's something I didn't think I struggled with really, but looking at it this year, it seems that I do, and that's seasonal depression. So basically, as the nights draw in and it gets darker earlier, something you'd think that I would really enjoy and embrace has quite the opposite effect. It has me feeling really down. And having to come to terms with that was kind of strange because, like I say, I quite like the night time. It's quiet, it's peaceful. You know, you haven't got blazing sun blasting at you and making you sweat everywhere. But it does have a rather negative effect on me. Now, I don't like the summer at the best of times. Anyone who knows me will know that I don't like the blazing sun. I much rather be cold. I much prefer winter months than summer months. But in saying that, something obviously inbuilt seems to drop off this time of year. And like I said, I've run out of meds, which is something I'm going to fix hopefully tomorrow. But even then, even when I still was having my meds, I was still feeling like generally down. And I was thinking about ways to combat it. And I mean, you go through the usual things, you know, go for a walk and what have you, which is still good. That's always good advice. Always go, if you have the opportunity to go for a walk or something like that. You know, even though the skies are grey, just that little bit of locomotion can get you going. Worked for me today because I had to go and do an Amazon return. So I had to go and have a walk to Granville Drive, up by where I used to work at Eon, sadly. But so that's about a 20-minute walk there and back. So, you know, I got a little bit of exercise in. My back held out as well, which is good. Struggling to book a physio appointment with the NHS at the moment. I'm struggling to get that booked in because I keep calling them and they keep saying the lines are busy. And that's proven difficult, so I can see that becoming a scrap at some point when they send me a discharge letter and I'll be saying, well, no, because I've been ringing every day, I just can't get an appointment. What am I supposed to do? Anyway. So yeah, the exercise is a good thing, and I know it's not particularly the way the foot. I'm gonna have to go and get my big coat down from out the loft. And I don't mean my ankle length. I've got like I guess it's like an autumn coat. It's kind of like a fleece-lined padded thing, which I actually really like. And so I'm going to need to fish that one down. I might even see about getting me a new fleecy at some point, or a new plaid jacket, because I used to have one for timberjacks, but it's too small now, so I might see if I can get me a new one, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so the exercise is good. Giving yourself something to look forward to is also good. I look forward to the movie marathon, as I said, but I've tried to give myself a few more things to look forward to. So I know Christmas, obviously, but we don't really do it in this house, so Christmas doesn't really count for me. Um, but I'm going to a couple of gigs. One this Friday at the Foundry in Dudley, and then another one at the Hare and Hounds in Birmingham, which I've never been to. So that'll be interesting. I've got to try and find my way around a part of Birmingham I'm not familiar with. So that'll be fun and games. And then I was hoping to go and see a friend of mine who lives up in Sheffield. So just little things just to try and, get me out of the house, get me going to do things that I enjoy. A friend invited me out to a gig Friday gone, and I was initially quite hesitant, but on the flip side, I'm glad I went because it got me out the house and interacting with people. And don't get me wrong, the music wasn't quite my kind of thing, and I wasn't really in the mood for it. I could appreciate it for what it was, but it wasn't really what I was after at that point. That being said, it was good to get out, and I must admit I did enjoy having a McDonald's afterwards as well. I'd saved a little bit of money up, so I was allowed to treat myself. It's the little things, but that's it. It's the little things. I always say this about the bad points. It's always the little bad points that add up, and then eventually you get the straw that breaks the camel's back, and you have a complete breakdown. But the good things all add up as well. All the little good things, like I say, the gig the other day, getting out. The next two gigs coming up, all right, one of them's causing some anxiety because it's a venue I've never been to and I don't actually know how I'm going to get there or back again. I've planned a route, but I'll need to, means test it on the fly, which will be an experience. But so a little bit of anxiety, but I've got confidence that the gig will be good. And if worst comes to worst, I can always get an Uber back if I really need to. Hopefully, I won't need to though. So we shall see. So I've got those little things to look forward to, which is, as I say, something that anyone can do. Just give yourself little things to look forward to. And the other thing that seems to be making a little bit of a difference is the addition of sad lights, which sounds contradictory. Basically, they're lights that are supposed to replicate sunlight. So, when it gets dark at the end of a day, or, as it's coming to dark times, you can put these on and they're quite, because of how bright they are, they kind of replicate sunlight and they give you a little bit of a push. I've actually got one shining on me now. I don't know if you can see, I've got a really white hue compared to the kind of yellow in the background. That's because I've got one of those lights shining at me, and I've got another one which I've turned off for this video because it was casting a heck of a shadow, so I've turned it off. But there is another one behind me as well. I bought these years ago. I didn't know that's what they were. I just thought they looked like nice desk lights, and you can adjust the hue, so whether you want it like cold ice or like a warm yellow, like a street light, and you can adjust the power of the beam as well, which is good. So that might be a good thing. So we'll see if they make a difference. But I must admit, toddling around earlier with those lights in full effect, I was like, actually I do feel a little bit brighter. That may be though because of my meds or lack thereof, so I'm not going to, I can't exactly call it a successful experiment because the variables are all over the place. So, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can get hold of my medication properly. And yeah, keep using the satellites and keep looking forward to stuff. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop on and do a quick video. Like I say, apologies for the get up, but today has completely escaped me. But yeah, so in the meantime, I am still putting my excuse me, I am still doing my movie reviews on my my personal Facebook, which is still alive at the moment. But I am going to start utilising my gaming Facebook more, I think, because that's where I'm going to start sharing more of my videos to there, and more of the just general day-to-day Facebook-ness I think is going to end up on my gaming channel rather than my personal one, because I mean, I accidentally flicked through it the other day, and yeah, it's a hotbed of toxicity at the moment. and it's not because it's of the people that are on there, like my friends and stuff. It's just because Facebook bombards you with, oh, we think you'll like this, oh, you should like this, and then adverts for this, that, and the other. And it keeps bombarding me with so much negative stuff. It's like, I don't know what algorithm is in place at the moment, but if I see Nigel Farage's face one more time, I think I may actually cry. But yeah, so that's why I'm avoiding my my personal Facebook, because that just seems to keep happening and it's just making me miserable. So you can still get me on the Messenger though. Messenger's still active. Obviously, you can get me on my Judas Knight Gaming Facebook. You can contact me through YouTube if you want. WhatsApp, Instagram. I still have my personal Instagram is still working. I've still got that going. So, you know, if anyone wants to get in touch, if you want to ask any questions, if you want to make any suggestions for videos, whatever, get in contact. I'll listen to anything once. He says. So yeah, I'm going to go and continue my movie marathon. So thank you very much for joining me on this, what sounds like a very rainy Wednesday evening, but yeah, hopefully you guys are looking after yourselves. So until next week, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.